What's a memory from your childhood you thought was innocent, but later came back to haunt you? When I was 8, I had this weird obsession with hiding my drawings. Not because they were bad or anything, but because I thought I was some kind of secret artist. My room had this loose floorboard near the window that creaked whenever you stepped on it. One day, I pried it up with a butter knife and found this perfect little hiding spot underneath. I called it my secret art gallery. Every week I'd stuff new drawings down there. Crayon portraits of my family, comic strips about a talking microwave, even love letters to Tyler from my 3rd grade class. I thought I was so clever. Nobody would ever find my masterpieces. My mom always seemed stressed back then. She'd have these weird phone conversations where she'd whisper and then hang up real quick when I walked into the room. Dad worked all the time, coming home late and going straight to his office. I just figured that's how all parents acted. When I turned 11, everything changed overnight. Mom had what the adults called a nervous breakdown. One day she was fine, the next she was crying in her bedroom for 3 days straight. Dad kept telling me we had to move across the country for his job, but something felt off about it. We packed up everything in like 2 weeks and just left. I never got to say goodbye to my friends. Never got to retrieve my secret art collection either. The whole move felt rushed and scary, but I was just a kid. What did I know? Years passed, and I never really thought about that house again. Got married to this amazing guy named Pete, had a decent life. But last month, we were visiting my hometown for his work conference, and I saw our old house had a for sale sign out front. Pete thought I was crazy, but I called the realtor and scheduled a tour. I told him I used to live there and wanted to see it for nostalgia. The current owners had done some renovations, but my old room looked basically the same. While Pete was talking to the realtor downstairs, I snuck over to where my loose floorboard used to be. My heart was pounding as I knelt down and pressed on it, still loose after all these years. I lifted it up expecting to find my old drawings, maybe some dead bugs. Instead, there were dozens of yellowed envelopes, not mine. These were typed addresses, all to my dad. The paper felt old and brittle. My hands were shaking as I opened the first one. It was from someone who signed their name as just E. The letter was short but terrifying. It said, "Stop ignoring me. She has the right to know who her real father is. If you don't tell Marina the truth, I will." I felt like I was going to throw up. I grabbed 3 more letters and shoved them in my purse before Pete came looking for me. That night in our hotel room, I read all of them. Each one was more threatening than the last. E knew about my mom's affair. E knew I wasn't my dad's biological child. E wanted money to keep quiet, and when that didn't work, E threatened to tell me everything. The last letter was dated just 2 weeks before we moved. It said, "Time's up. I'm done waiting. The kid deserves to know the truth about her real family." I couldn't sleep that night. Pete kept asking what was wrong, but I couldn't even form words. Everything about my childhood suddenly made sense. The whispered phone calls, the sudden move, my mom's breakdown. When I got home, I ordered one of those DNA testing kits. 3 weeks later, the results confirmed what I already knew. Dad wasn't my biological father. I confronted my mom over video call. She broke down crying immediately, told me about the affair, about E threatening our family, about how scared she was that I'd hate her if I found out. She said moving was the only way to protect me from the truth. But here's the thing that really messes me up. If I hadn't been so obsessed with hiding my stupid drawings in that floorboard, my mom never would have found those letters when she was cleaning my room. She wouldn't have panicked. We wouldn't have moved.